there and welcome to the first activity in having fun with chemical reactions. In this activity we're going to be looking at the properties of metals and non-metals. In order to help you with this video, also download the activity 1 file onto your iPad or onto your Mac and work through the examples with me. Now most of you will probably be aware of the periodic table. Now the periodic table is basically a list of elements. All the elements are grouped according to various properties. Now the major property that we have is whether something is metallic or whether something is non-metallic. Now the boundary can be shown with this red line here. It runs from boron all the way down in the diagonal. Everything to the left of this boundary is made up of metals. Everything to the right of this boundary is classified as a non-metal. So what makes the difference? This table basically shows you the generic properties that make up a metal and a non-metal. So we'll run through them bit by bit. It is useful that you understand what each of these properties mean for a metallic or non-metallic element. So to start off with, what does it state at room temperature? Well, all metals are going to be in a solid state, except for mercury, which has the symbol Hg. It's the only liquid metal, otherwise known as quicksilver. Now non-metals can be in a solid, liquid or a gas state. Secondly, what is their appearance? Metals generally come across as nice and shiny, whereas non-metals have a variety of different colours but tend to be fairly dull. Metals are good conductors of heat due to their properties of being solid. Non-metals are very poor, especially if they're in a gaseous state. Because of their solid properties, metals are also very good conductors of electricity. Non-metals are thus poor, except for carbon, which is when in a graphite form, will actually conduct electricity very, very well. Metals are also malleable. This means that they're able to be bent into shapes. Now if you think about cars or aeroplanes or anything where you use something metallic, you know that you can bend it. Non-metals are very, very brittle. Those which are a gas obviously can't be broken at all, nor can the liquids. And the solids, things like iodine, can be crushed quite easily. Sulfur can be crushed very easily when it's in a solid state. And finally, we can state that metals are ductile. Ductile means that they can be pulled into long strands, and that's really useful when we want to use them for things like wires or cables. Non-metals, though, again are brittle. Any tension on a non-metal and it will snap. Now these are the various properties of metals and non-metals. There is no practical video here. During your practical classes back at school, you'll probably have run through a variety of techniques to look at those properties. So, work through the examples that we've got on activity 1 and try and go through and memorize what we've got there. Thank you for watching.